Welcome back to my channel. I am Misha the Barista Witch, and today I'm talking about the books that I'm going to be reading for spooky season because she's a reader. She loves to read, and for this spooky season I love to get into the mood. I love when it's raining. I love when it's cloudy. I love like just all the things, the chai, the spices, the coziness, the sweaters, the whole spooky ooky vibe. And to start off spooky season, one of the books that I will be reading is The Exorcist. I've never read The Exorcist, and I also don't think I've actually ever seen the film. Did some digging today. Thank you to the Coven members who looked this up for me. But apparently this book came out in 1971. I wasn't even a thought in the world. My parents were not even experiencing puberty. And then the film came out in 73. So of course there was in the 2000s, like that horror movie, like The Ring, The Omen, that whole thing, like Annabelle. I feel like Annabelle was gonna be a little bit later, whatever. I had no idea. Like I know I definitely haven't read the book. I don't think that I've seen the movie, but Exorcist. Like this doesn't even have a description on the back, because it's just like, girl, either you know or you don't. William Petty Blatty, who is this author? Has he written anything else? Is he still alive? If he's problematic, don't go just, and then I think I also will watch the film with it. Has anyone read The Exorcist? Does anyone know anything about The Exorcist? Have you seen the film? I think there may have been like an updated remake of the movie. And of course I could have added to my spooky season list like Frankenstein and Dracula, but I've already read those and I just want to read something new. So all these books are books I have not read before. Second up, The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, because who doesn't love a murder mystery? And this is one of the Penguin classics, which I love the Penguin classics. Like they eat. Penguin absolutely devours when it comes to these classic books. It's cloth bound, has a little bookmark that comes with it. And what I do love is that all the Penguin classics in the back give like contextual reference points. So a lot of these books, the Penguin classics, are like 1800s, 1700s. So you can literally go into the back and see what they're talking about, which I love. They give a little biography of the author. And this one has over 20 short stories for The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, first published 1892. Yeah. A little light reading. I am really excited because I love a mystery. Like even look at the cover. The cover is like, it's giving spooky. It's giving what happened to this man, screaming, crying, and throwing up. So I'm super excited to get into Sherlock Holmes. I know this is like an entire world. Like I used to live in England because I may or may not have gone to the University of Cambridge, Pembroke College, whatever, where I studied law and art history. I did go to London and I did go to, I think it's 22B Baker Street, and go to the Sherlock Holmes like museum. It's literally the apartment. They recreated it like down to a T, and there's all these like cool details. If I have some pictures, I'll like add them here. Honestly, I don't even think I've even read any Sherlock Holmes, like not even a short story. Are there Sherlock Holmes movies? I watched Holmes, the Benedict Cumberbatch movie, because we love Benedict Cumberbatch. So Sherlock Holmes. Okay, next up we have Devil House. Has anyone read Devil House before? I think actually the author of this book is like in a band. From John Darnielle, the New York Times bestselling author and singer-songwriter of The Mountain Goats. Who's the Mountain Goats? Comes an epic gripping novel about murder, truth, and the dangers of storytelling. Gage Chandler is descended from kings. That's what his mother always told him when he was a child. Years later, he is a true crime writer with one grisly success and a movie adaptation to his name, along with a series of subsequent, less notable efforts. But now, he is being offered the chance for a big break to move into the house where a pair of briefly notorious murders occurred, apparently the work of the disaffected teens during the satanic panic of the 1980s. Chandler finds himself in Milpitas, California. This is too long, get to the point. A small town whose name rings a bell. He begins his research into the murders with diligence, enthusiasm, but soon the story leads him to a puzzle he never expected. Back into his own work as blah, 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 blah. Like, I'm interested because I may or may not have been a true crime researcher for TV shows and documentaries and podcasts for like HBO, Netflix, Hulu, MTV. So I love some true crime. Very interested. Has anyone read this book? Let me know. Also, I do have Goodreads. You can follow me on Goodreads. I'll link it down in the description. I never take like Goodreads opinions or reviews into account at all, because not gonna lie, most Goodreads reviews sound like bitter little people who like are mad that they can't write or haven't tried to write. Because there's one thing to like criticize a book and to say like whatever, it wasn't for me, but some of these people act like it's a personal affront that this book was written, and I'm like, are you okay? Goodreads is now like Yelp. Like, I don't do it. Anyway, next up is Lady Joker. So this is part 1 of 2, and I've had this book on my shelf for so long. Can I also just show you what it looks like without the dust jacket? It is stinking cute, and then I will read it to you. But this is based off of like a true crime story. But like, do you see this? Come on, Lady Joker, it's fucking sick. So this is based off of like a true crime event that actually occurred, and it's actually unsolved, and it's about like a kidnapping that occurred, I believe it's in Japan. Yep. Intent on revenge against a society that values corporate behemoths more than human life, the 5 conspirators decide to carry out a heist, kidnap the CEO of Japan's largest beer conglomerate, and extract blood money from the company's corrupt financiers. Inspired by the unsolved true crime kidnapping case perpetrated by the monster with 21 faces, Lady Joker has become a cultural touchstone since its 1997 publication. This masterpiece has been twice adapted for film and TV and is often taught in high school and college classrooms. Period. So I definitely want to find the video versions. I think aside from Devil House, so far these books also have some film components. So it looks like I'm going to be getting cozy for spooky season, because for me, when I find out that a book also has like a TV or a film companion with it, I'm gonna watch it. Next up, Lone Woman by Victor Lavalle, not sure, but he also wrote The Ballad of Black Tom, which is like a little H.P. Lovecraft inspired novella. Adelaide carries an enormous steamer trunk with her wherever she goes. It's locked at all times, because when the trunk opens, people around Adelaide start to disappear. The year is 1915, and Adelaide is in trouble. Her secret sin killed her parents, forcing her to flee California in a hellfire rush and make her way to Montana as a homesteader. Dragging the trunk with her at every stop, she will become one of the lone women taking advantage of the government's offer of free land for those who can tame it. Except Adelaide isn't alone, and the secret she strives so desperately to lock away might be the only thing that will help her survive this harsh territory. Yeah. Also Black author. And then another Sir Arthur Conan Doyle book, The Hound of the Baskervilles, another Sherlock Holmes like story. However, this book is not in here. So going to read this. So then this isn't all of his works. Okay. This man was writing. I said something about how like Mary Shelley was 19 when she wrote freaking Frankenstein about her trauma. And I was like, how the fuck did she do that? And someone said to me, well, Mary Shelley wasn't distracted by TikTok or Twitter or Twitch or YouTube or social media in general. And Mary Shelley didn't have to pay bills. Mary Shelley was a wife. She would get together with her friends and drink and write. And I was like, Lord, I've seen what you've done for others. Like, please. As always, please, like the video, blah, 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 blah. I'm here on YouTube, I'm on TikTok, I'm on Twitch, I'm on Instagram. All of the links are in the description box. I also can do a little tarot astrology reading for you for spooky season. To see what it has in store for you, you can email me, misha@thebaristawitch.com, or you can head over to my website, thebaristawitch.com, to book your reading now. Please book a reading soon if you plan on booking one, because my calendar is filling up very, very, very quickly with like spooky season events and private clients. I also offer Vastu services, which Vastu is like, for lack of a better words, like the Indian version of feng shui. So like organizing your home to create space and to make things feel more open and alive and in tune with you. Thank you so much. I love you, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.